This is the second time I have filmed a video in slow motion, but we're gonna start again. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nani. I am now a year post-grad, and over the past couple of months it's been a roller coaster. It's been very overwhelming and confusing and frustrating. We're just gonna unpack it all. In the beginning of my music career, I really thought that I wanted to be an artist. And the more time that I've spent in the studio, the more time that I've spent working with people, and even having people invest into my music career, I realized that I can make music whenever I want. I don't want to make it on someone else's timeline. I don't even really want to make that my source of work because it takes away from the art. It's like the more pressure I put on making music, the less enjoyable it is. It's like when you're reading a book. You can enjoy a book on your own, but if a school assigns it to you, you're not going to be that interested in it. I'm not giving up on the music industry itself. I'm still very in love and very fascinated by all of the things that encompass the music industry. I recently just finished the B-side program at Carnegie Hall, which is a workshop that teaches all of the business aspects of the music industry. I learned about the different roles, I learned about the different techniques, I learned about how to form a campaign and how to pitch it to industry professionals. I've met industry professionals, from publicists to A&Rs to creative executives and business owners, and just so many people. I've gained a lot of amazing insight and I've expanded my network a ton. A great experience, and I recommend it to all of the youth out there in New York City that is interested in pursuing a career in the music industry. It's a free program. If anything, they pay you to complete it. So if you or someone you know is interested in that, I think 14 to 22 years of age, based in New York City, living in New York City, a resident of New York City, then definitely go check that out. Google the B-side program at Carnegie Hall. It meant way more than finishing college, as crazy as that sounds. The school that I went to just didn't cater to the arts. I joined the radio station at my college. I became the music director. Shout out to WSJU Radio. Honestly, that was the highlight of my college career, but there was no one around to help me push that further. I felt that it all kind of just fell back on me. So I was really grateful and fortunate for the B-side program, and super excited to have my certificate of completion from there and to put that under the resume. Aside from that, we need a source of income. A little check I got from the B-side program was amazing. It's not enough to keep on living the life that we're living. Your girl needs a consistent check. The job hunt after college has been brutal. The music industry, it's such an interesting business that I just didn't know if a college that didn't support the arts would help me find my place in an industry about the arts. This was even before the B-side program. Just looking for jobs. I had a job at Pizza Hut. I ended up quitting that. And then I got another job at this attraction spot in the city, and I got fired from that job. Anyways, now I'm back to square one. This time I'm applying for big girl jobs. I'm applying for jobs that fit in my niche of what I want to do. Whether it be advertising, marketing, live events. So finding an actual job where I can do that and still have a base salary and work for a more structured organization, because it's very rewarding to do these types of things independently, but you need the corporate experience, I feel, to one, have a base salary, two, build credibility, and three, have more resources to make these projects happen. So I'm looking around and I find this marketing job. A marketing firm in New York City. I'm not gonna say the name. They email me back. They're having an informational, introductory meeting. So I'm super excited. It's the first, lead that I have. And I hop on the Zoom call and it's a bunch of people and one speaker. She gets through it really fast. She tells us the different positions and what they entail and what the salary looks like, and it's sounding good so far. We move on to first rounds of interviews, and this is all happening really quick. First rounds of interviews, there's 3 people in the call. She's trying to learn a little bit more about us, so we're just answering her questions. Typical interview. And then second round of interview is a one-on-one. So it wasn't really 3 interviews because the first one was just a introduction. It's all happening really fast, which is kind of sus. A gut feeling that something was off, but I wanted to believe that this would be a good opportunity for me. It's just sounding very attractive, especially to someone who doesn't have a job. Anyways, finally get the job offer. They give me the information for orientation day. They tell me to dress business professional. And I'm like, oh shit, I've only ever worked fast food jobs in my life. I do not own a blazer. I spent like $150 on a corporate baddie haul. I bought shoes, I bought blazers, I bought suit pants, I bought shirts, I bought a skirt, thinking that I'm entering my office baddie era. Something in my gut is telling me this feels weird. I go into the building for the first time for orientation, and it is hectic. There are so many people. There's music playing, and I'm not talking chill zen office music. I'm talking do you think about the days when we sat down? I'm hyped. The music is just blaring. I'm feeling turned. I'm feeling, let's do this. There's people with suits and ties and blazers and business professional office baddies, right? There's a meeting going on in this room. There's a lot of chatter going around in this room. I can't really see what's going on there. We finally meet. She takes me and 3 more people into a different office, and she's just giving us the rundown, what to expect for our first day. Before she even sits down in the room, it's just me and these other couple of people. So we're making small chat amongst ourselves. The girl next to me says something oh, I thought this was a scam at first. That was some foreshadowing. And then before we could even get to the topic of conversation, another guy says, I just got another offer. I'm sorry, I have to go. So that was the second sign from God saying, get out of here. In my gut, in my head, in my heart, I knew that something was off. But again, I wanted it to be right. So I'm just pushing through. I'm sitting down. I'm like, I haven't started work yet. Let's at least see what I'm gonna do and then decide from there. I ask her about my benefits, and she says, you'll be able to talk about that 30 days into working. And our paychecks wouldn't be coming until 3 weeks. Just sit with me for a minute, okay? I'm really giving it a chance. I start work the next day. I put on my office baddie attire. I have my little office heels on. I have my suit on. I spray my office friendly perfume and I'm ready for the day. I have all the notes in my journal from the day before and I'm ready to put them to use. My manager greets me. She brings me to the little training section on the left side of the office. Now, I did not see this area on day one, so this is new to me and it's hectic. There's people everywhere with sectioned off into little groups, into their little teams with whiteboards, and there's "Do you think about the days when we sat down smoking wine and drinking" just playing in the background, and there's a little office dog running around, and there's like so many people, so many conversations going on at once, so many whiteboards. I'm just like, whoa, this is so much. But you know, I've seen movies of people in Wall Street, like, and things are hectic. There's calls, there's people talking, there's like strippers in the office or whatever, like, you know, it's a lot going on. So I'm like, maybe this is, you know, this is just normal, just a busy office day. I don't know what to expect. I've never been in this situation before. I'm with my manager and we begin training. She's giving me all of these lessons on sales, on laws of average, on how to pitch a sale. And honestly, the advice that she gave me, everything that she was teaching me was valid. Like, I could use that in the real world. So at that point, I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm learning valuable stuff. Maybe this job is not so bad. Maybe I can actually like make something out of this. Then she says, now it's time to go to the event. Now, I've worked events before. I've curated events before. So I'm expecting something structured. I'm not sure what I'm expecting, but I definitely was not expecting what happened. I'm expecting we're gonna be in some type of convention with a little booth and there's more business people in suits walking around and we're gonna like tell them about what it is that we're selling and we're gonna, you know, no. She makes us put on a vest. This really hideous vest. I'm sorry. Why do we have to dress business professional if we're gonna put this vest on? Why am I switching off my office heels for my Converse right now? My beat up frat Converse shoes right now. What is going on? And I have this ugly ass vest that's covering my office baddie attire. I walk out with my little team, my team of 3. She has her bag, she grabs this little fold up table, and we walk about 4 or 5 blocks out. And I'm like, okay, where are we going? She stops just on the corner of a street, on a random corner of a street, and sets her table up. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, I've seen this before. I've seen this before as a regular person walking in the city. I've seen these people before. And she sets up her table and we start our sales pitch. I don't want to knock anyone's hustle because they genuinely seem like they're doing good for themselves. But this job is basically just begging for donations. People are just going about their day, either coming to work or going home or whatever it is they're doing. They're walking their dogs, they're catching their appointments, on their lunch break, whatever it is, grabbing a coffee. And you know, New York City is hustle and bustle, so nobody wants to stop to talk to anyone. They're walking fast and they're not slowing down. They're not looking you in the eye. They're not saying hi, hello. It's just keep on going, right? And our job was to get into their faces, slow them down, and get a donation out of them. It felt like spare change. Like, I felt like a beggar. And I had to do this for 6 hours. It felt so scammy. It felt so grimy. And then it started drizzling a little bit. It was like misty, cloudy, borderline raining. My hair was kind of frizzing up. Now I got an umbrella because I don't one, I don't really want people to see me, but two, like, I don't want to get wet. It starts raining, and we move to the subway. This is even worse. This is even worse because people are rushing to catch their trains. And if you've ever been in the New York City subways, you know that it's not a friendly place. It smells. There's actual beggars, actual like homeless people. There's urine on the floor, feces in some stations, crack in others. People in the subway stations are just trying to get to where they gotta go. We are now set up in the corner of a subway station begging for donations to a company that I don't even know. Nobody even talked about what it is that we're actually selling. Nobody educated us on the company. And you can argue and say, well, you should have looked into it yourself. I did. Didn't take cash. It was all card. It wasn't a one-time payment. It was a monthly subscription. I was just thinking, how are regular people actually falling for this? Actually, that's a lie. I fell for this one time, but it wasn't a monthly subscription. It was like a one-time payment for like heart disease or something. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen these people before. I have seen these people before multiple times. And for the most part, except for that one time where I slipped up, like, I've just ignored them. I wasn't interested. It's just so, like, questionable to me. It just felt so icky to me. When she took us down to the subway station, that's when I really lost it. We had our second break, and I went upstairs, and I called my mom, and I was crying. I was like, I can't believe that this is what they're having me do. Like, it's so frustrating. It's not what I expected. You spend so much time applying to all of these jobs, doing the most to make sure that your resume looks good and catered to each position that you're applying to work on your cover letter for each position that you're applying to, and then keeping track of every job that you've applied to, just to realize that a lot of these jobs are not even worth it. Everybody sends you to LinkedIn, everybody sends you to Indeed. In reality, anybody can post a job listing on LinkedIn, and anybody can post a job listing on Indeed. I'm doing the most to try to cater to these businesses and sell myself to these HR managers. You don't even know if they're worth it. That was so frustrating to me. That's why I was so emotional. And I was expected to do this Monday through Friday from 10 to 7 p.m. My feet were killing me. I was expected to be on the streets, in the subway, in the rain, begging for donations in my little blazer. And I'm gonna keep saying this, I'm not knocking the hustle, but that hustle was not for me. So the next morning, I called my manager and I told her that I wouldn't be continuing any further. And I went in and I returned my vest and wished each other well, and we parted ways. And now I am back at square one. And yeah, I'm just trying to look on the brighter side of things. I want to end on a good note, and I feel like that job was not ending on a good note. I'm still curating events. I recently just did the third P-Power, which is an all-women showcase. A series of all-women showcases. I tried to vlog that showcase, but I recorded it in slow motion. I do have some footage now from other people. I have some videos and some pictures. Maybe I will do a video on that. I can just do like a talking video, a recap, and kind of talk about, you know, curating live events and how it went and stuff for the future. Comment down below where you are in your career journey and any advice or any experiences that you want to share. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and follow me on all socials, and comment and subscribe. And alright, bye guys.